Hello everyone, Bridget with Altenew. I'm here to walk you through layering for the Stencil Art Playful Watercolor Flowers. In this set, you will receive a 6-piece stencil set, and you get to create 2 beautiful floral clusters of watercolor flowers. Absolutely stunning. I'm showing you here on the first stencil, you want to put dots in those 3 little circles with pencil. Those will help you align stencil 1. After stencil 1, you want to erase those. In the layering guide, you see the inks used as always, and you see in the openings of the stencil the coordinating inks that were used. You also have tips in the gray boxes on how to align your stencils. So we're going to get started in the stamp wheel. Remember to mark your dots with pencils, those 3 dots there. And I'm putting this in the center because this is a beautiful large cluster, and I want to make sure I have room for everything. Now, another tip, when I'm applying my baby pink, you see me with that extra piece of cardstock. I'm using that to put that over my pencil markings because I'm going to erase those when I am done with stencil number 1. You do not want to keep the pencil marks all the way through your stenciling. So it's good to cover those up and not get ink. You could also add satin masking tape if you're worried about going over them, but the piece of paper worked perfectly for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and align A2 on stencil number 1, and we are going to go ahead and put some tape to make sure we don't go over the edge. We'll use fuchsia ink on this part of the stencil. Get that into place. And the final step we'll use those pencil marks is here on A3 on stencil number 1. And we're going to go ahead and put tape in areas we may go off. And we're using magenta ink here. So gorgeous. Now we're going to go ahead and move to stencil number 2, and this is going to be B1, and I'm putting satin masking tape in places I'm worried I may go over. So go ahead and put that into place, and then we will apply eucalyptus ink. Now be careful, you don't want to apply this to the flower centers. So if you're worried you may accidentally apply that there, make sure to put some satin masking tape over the center of the flowers. We're going to go ahead and get this all applied, and I use my nail to hold some delicate pieces in place while I'm blending, and then use butternut and chamomile for the flower centers. Then we move on to stencil number 3, which is B2. We're going to start with orange cream on the flower centers. Then on the leaves, we're going to go ahead and use forest fern as our detail for our leaf layer. We will then move on to stencil number 4. On stencil number 4, we're going to do C1, and this is going to be with teal cave for the flower center there, and then grass field for the rest of the leaves and stems on this layer. I like to do the flower centers first sometimes so I don't forget and go over those. Now we're going to move on to stencil number 5, and this is the final stencil for this. This is adding detail with mountain pine to the leaves that we have just done. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, using my nail to hold the more delicate pieces. So beautiful. Now we're moving on to stencil 6, which creates its own bouquet. So again, I'm coming in now with hydrangea, and I'm going to grab my tweezers to hold down the more delicate bits of the stencil while I blend. I've also placed satin masking tape in areas I'm worried I might go over. I want to be careful. So it's important to hold those delicate pieces as they add more definition to your florals. So now we're on stencil 6, and we're going on to D2. And on this layer, we're going to add ultraviolet. I'm adding tape again to make sure I don't go off, and I end up going off the page anyways there a little bit. Now we're still on stencil number 6, and we're on D3. So for the D3 layer, we're going to use grass field after I strategically place some of the satin masking tape. We'll get that done. We'll peel that up carefully, and we will finish on stencil 6, and this is D4 with warm sunshine. I hope this video was helpful in layering your Stencil Art Playful Watercolor Flowers. Here's some amazing inspiration from our fabulous designers. To find out more about Stencil Art Playful Watercolor Flowers and other available products, please visit us at altenew.com.
Hello there! Did that video just spark your creativity? And do you want more project ideas and inspiration videos too? Well, if you do, please make sure that you subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you do click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye!